Our group is presenting a science and nature interest center. We worked to create atmosphere that feels natural and clean. The room has been set up to allow a flow through it while still encouraging children to keep moving and explore everything. By having a table in the center of the room, we also help to discourage running or rough play.
We have broken the interest center up into 3 areas. First, there is a comfortable reading corner with a mat to allow children to learn more by reading the books provided and to explore quietly if they feel overwhelmed. Here we also have several sensory toys to help children self-regulate. Next, we have our activity centered around the planets and space. Finally, we have a table with provocations inspired by the interests of our children.
Welcome to Group 4 Science Center. As we are entering this center, you can see our small rock and stone exploration station. The reason why we have our rock sensory center is to explore the texture, the look, and feel of the rocks. In our next center, we have our soft spot, where children can find a nice comfy spot to sit and read a book or use one of our items such as the calming bottle to relax and calm down. Above, you can see Mr. Sun. What time is it, Mr. Sun? Says the question on the board. Children can write, draw, and interact with the questions as well as parts of the board in measurement, height, and time. The table specifically is an area where children can write short stories and even what their favorite part was of the center. Next, we have our sensory bin. This sensory bin involves different shapes and sizes of shell, moss, and burrs from nature. Children can use the tongs as well as the magnifying glass to explore the center. Then we have a fun feature with our flashlight, where we could explore shadows and how they move.
This activity is about 8 amazing planets in our solar system. How many planets do you know? Look at each of the cutout on the table and find a cue on the back. This activity supports the elect skill of cognition by helping children represent their ideas when creating complex 2D and 3D drawings and constructions. It also supports the how does learning happen skills of belonging by encouraging children to explore and make connections with the natural environment.
This activity name is Locate Planets in Space. Our solar system is home to 8 amazing planets: Neptune, Saturn, Earth, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus. Some are small and rocky, others are big and gassy. Some are so hot that metals would melt on the surface. Others are freezing cold. How many planets do you know? If using Sun as a center, could you accurately locate these planets in space? Let's see who is the fastest and most accurate. Here are the steps you're going to follow while doing this activity. Identify the 8 planets in space. Look at each of the planet cutouts on the table and turn them over for a clue as to what they might be. Find where each planet would go on the mobile hanging on the wall. Then put each planet into their orbit, hanging them from the strings on the mobile.
On this table, we have several provocations. This is a provocation for children interested in Olympics. Children decide which animal should win gold, silver, and bronze. And this provocation for photography. Children will use Polaroid and they can take a photo and add the photo on the laptop. Several mirrors in this table to allow children to observe themselves. And this is a provocation for the video games about science.
In this science game, children get to explore how the states of matter change. This game helps children connect between solid, liquid, gas, and plasma states, which also relates to the gas and solid states of planets. Children get to pick one of the options from the menu. Let's look at making rain in the jar. Children have to choose between different states of matter, selecting whether it should be hot or cool to create steam.
Bravo!
And deciding whether condensation or freezing is the next proper step.
Brilliant!
From this short game, they get to see that steam, which is a gas, by a process of condensation becomes water, which is a liquid, and creates rain. Each of the different games allows for a different process, whether it's creating steam or ice, and figuring out what type of matter it is.
Children will use the laptop to play the science game. Have fun!
Thank you for joining us in the walkthrough of our Science and Nature Interest Center.